All right, today we're going to talk about something huge, a massive shift in how we think about work and building wealth. That whole idea of climbing the corporate ladder for 40 years? Yeah, that's pretty much over. But the good news is a new, much more direct path is opening up. So let's dive into the new rules for this new economy.
And we're not starting with some abstract theory. No, we're kicking things off with the cold, hard numbers. You're going to see just how shaky the ground has become under that traditional career path.
Check out this number, 3.9 years. What is that? Well, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's the median amount of time a U.S. worker stays at their job. It's the lowest it's been since 2002. Any idea of long-term stability is just evaporating. And for younger workers, it's even shorter, just 2.7 years. And you think, okay, shorter jobs, maybe people are just jumping to better opportunities, right? Nope, it gets worse. Only 31% of employees in the U.S. say they actually feel engaged at work. That's a decade low, according to Gallup. So for the vast majority of people, work is just something they endure, not something they're passionate about.
And then there's this number, 570,000. That is the insane number of jobs that were just cut in the tech sector alone between 2022 and 2025. And we're seeing this everywhere, right? Even at companies that are posting record profits. Welcome to the age of the forever layoff.
So what on earth happened? Well, the old deal, the old social contract between employer and employee, it's completely broken. Companies spend decades getting rid of things like pensions. I mean, back in the 80s, 60% of private sector workers had one. Now it's like 4%. But they still kind of expect the same old loyalty, a loyalty they don't give back. And this new reality is the result.
Okay, so if the old playbook is totally useless, where do we even look for a new one? Well, it turns out there's this one thinker, an investor and philosopher named Naval Ravikant who laid out a whole new framework years ago. And honestly, it perfectly predicted the world we're all living in right now.
And it all boils down to this one absolutely critical idea. As Naval says, you have to earn with your mind, not your time. Think about it. As long as you're trading hours for dollars, you're stuck on a treadmill. You can never really get ahead. Real financial freedom comes from breaking that link, and you do that with ownership and leverage.
So how do you actually do that? Well, Naval lays out this framework built on 4 pillars. First, specific knowledge. That's your unique secret sauce. Then leverage. That's how you multiply your efforts. Third is accountability, taking ownership to build trust. And finally, judgment, making smart decisions. For now, let's really zoom in on those first 2.
So first up, specific knowledge. Now, this isn't just about what you learned in college. This is that weird, unique intersection of your natural talents and deep passions. It's the thing that feels like play to you but looks like impossible work to everybody else. And the key is, society can't just train someone to do what you do. It makes you one of a kind.
Okay, so your specific knowledge is the fuel, but this, permissionless leverage, this is the rocket engine. This is the real game changer. In the past, to get leverage, you needed capital or you needed to manage people. You needed permission. But now, anyone, and I mean anyone, can write code or create media. These are tools that work for you 24/7 while you sleep, multiplying your efforts to a global audience.
All right, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But is it actually happening? Oh yeah, this isn't just a philosophy anymore. It's the new economic reality. The data shows a straight-up explosion of opportunity for people who are using this framework, whether they know it or not. I mean, just look at the creator economy. Right now, it's worth over $200 billion. It's built almost entirely on media leverage, and it's not slowing down. It's expected to more than double to almost $500 billion by 2027. That's insane.
And this isn't some fringe movement. We are watching a massive structural shift in real time. Almost 40% of the entire U.S. workforce does some freelancing. People are starting their own businesses at rates 50% higher than before the pandemic. And get this, the vast majority of businesses in America are just one person. It's Naval's vision playing out right in front of us.
Now, if you want a perfect picture of what leverage looks like, this is it. On one side, you have the AI company Midjourney making around $200 million with just 11 people. That comes out to about $18 million per employee. Compare that to a typical big company, it's not even close. We're talking nearly 100 times more efficient. That is the mind-blowing power of code leverage.
And don't think this is just for some rare unicorn companies. We're seeing individuals do this at a massive scale.
You've got guys like Justin Welsh building 8-figure businesses by himself, just using media leverage on platforms like LinkedIn. Or coders like Peter Levels running a whole portfolio of profitable websites with 0 employees. It's happening.
Okay, and now we have to talk about the thing that's pouring jet fuel on this entire fire: artificial intelligence. AI is taking every single one of these trends and just cranking them up to 11.
You hear a lot of doom and gloom about AI taking jobs. And yeah, the disruption is going to be massive. The World Economic Forum thinks it'll displace over 90 million jobs by 2030. But here's the other side of that coin. They also project it's going to create almost double that number in new roles. The whole game is about adapting and moving to where the new opportunity is.
But this change isn't going to hit everyone the same way. White-collar jobs are especially in the crosshairs. According to Goldman Sachs, almost half the tasks in office support and legal work could be automated. This isn't just a small shift, it's a fundamental rewiring of the entire knowledge economy.
It really changes the whole definition of working hard. And this quote from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, just nails it. It'll be very hard to outwork a GPU. You can't just hustle your way out of this one. The game is no longer about who works the most hours, but who works the smartest with the best tools.
But look, this isn't a story about humans versus machines. It's about humans with machines. For anyone who adapts, AI becomes the ultimate form of leverage. It's how you amplify your specific knowledge. And we're already seeing it in the data. People with AI skills are in huge demand and are earning a massive premium for it.
So after all that, what does this actually mean for you? It means the old map is gone. It's been burned. But a new path, a more direct one, has appeared. It's a path you have to draw for yourself.
So really, it comes down to a choice between two very different paths. You can stay on the old dying path, jumping from job to job, feeling disengaged, basically just waiting for the next round of layoffs. Or you can choose this emerging reality. Figure out your specific knowledge, master the tools of permissionless leverage, and start building your own opportunity.
And I think Naval's words here are just the perfect guide for this new world. The best jobs, the most fulfilling, the most secure jobs, they're not going to be handed to you. They're not something you get with a fancy degree. They're something you create.
So the conversation isn't about if this is happening anymore. It's happening right now. The old career ladder is gone for good. The new world requires every single one of us to be an architect. So the only real question left is, how are you going to build yours?